The manipulation tactic. Narcissists use to keep you trapped, future faking explained. Imagine someone looking you in the eyes and promising you the future you've always dreamed of. They talk about marriage. They talk about growing old together. They promise a beautiful home, unforgettable vacations, children, financial security, and a life where you'll never have to question their love. Every word sounds sincere. Every promise feels real. You begin to believe that you've finally found someone who sees your worth and wants to build a future with you. But months pass, then years. The promises never become reality. Every time you ask what happened, there's another excuse, another delay, another reason to wait just a little longer. If this sounds familiar, you may have experienced one of the most powerful manipulation tactics in unhealthy relationships: future faking. Future faking happens when someone repeatedly makes exciting promises about the future without any genuine intention of following through. The promises aren't meant to build a shared future. They're meant to influence your decisions in the present. Not everyone who breaks a promise is manipulating you. People sometimes fail to keep promises because life changes, circumstances shift, or they make honest mistakes. The difference is a pattern. A manipulative person repeatedly uses hope as a tool to keep someone emotionally invested, while making little or no real effort to fulfill what they promised. This tactic can appear in relationships involving narcissistic traits, but it is not limited to one personality type. Why does it work so well? Because hope is one of the strongest human emotions. Hope keeps people trying. Hope keeps people forgiving. Hope keeps people waiting. When someone convinces you that happiness is just around the corner, you're more likely to overlook today's problems because you're focused on tomorrow's dream. That's exactly what makes future faking so dangerous. Imagine hearing these words: "Once I get promoted, everything will change. Next year we'll finally get married. I'm working on myself. Just give me a little more time. I promise this is the last time I'll hurt you. We're going to have the perfect life together." These statements sound comforting, but notice something important. The future never arrives. Instead, the goalpost keeps moving. Every promise is replaced by another promise. Every deadline becomes another delay. You start chasing a future that never comes. One of the biggest reasons future faking is so effective is because it creates emotional investment. The more time, energy, love, and sacrifice you pour into a relationship, the harder it becomes to walk away. Psychologists sometimes refer to this as the sunk cost effect. People often feel compelled to continue investing in something simply because they've already invested so much, even when it's no longer healthy. You tell yourself, "I've already spent 3 years with this person. I can't leave now. What if they really change next month? What if this promise is finally the real one?" And that's exactly what keeps the cycle alive. Another reason this tactic works is intermittent reinforcement. Instead of treating you badly all the time, the manipulative person alternates between affection and disappointment. After hurting you, they suddenly become loving. They apologize. They shower you with attention. They make another exciting promise. For a brief moment, everything feels perfect again. Your brain begins chasing those rare moments of affection, hoping they'll become permanent, but they don't. The cycle repeats. Another promise, another disappointment, another apology, another promise. Over time, your confidence starts to fade. You stop trusting your own judgment. You begin wondering if you're asking for too much. You question your memory. You blame yourself for expecting promises to be kept. This emotional confusion can make it even harder to recognize manipulation. Future faking also isolates you from reality. Friends may tell you something feels wrong. Family members may express concern, but you defend the relationship because you're focused on the future you've been promised. You say things like, "They don't understand. He's under a lot of stress. She's going through a difficult time. Everything will be different soon." Yet, soon never arrives. One of the clearest warning signs is a consistent mismatch between words and actions. Healthy relationships are built on actions. Manipulative relationships often survive on promises. Anyone can make beautiful promises. Character is revealed by consistent behavior. If someone's actions repeatedly contradict their words, pay attention to the actions. Actions reveal priorities. Words create expectations. Another warning sign is constant urgency. A manipulative person may say, "Just wait until next month." Just one more opportunity. Just one more chance. The timeline keeps changing. There is always another reason why now isn't the right time. Another sign is accountability without change. They apologize convincingly. They admit mistakes. They even cry. But after every apology, the behavior stays exactly the same. Real change requires consistent effort over time. Promises alone are not proof of change. Future faking can also involve grand plans that never become practical. They talk endlessly about starting a business together, buying a house, traveling the world, building a family, yet they never save money. They never make plans. They never take meaningful steps. The dream exists only in conversation, not in reality. Perhaps the hardest part of future faking is what it does to your identity. You begin shaping your life around someone else's promises. You postpone your own dreams. You decline opportunities. You stay in situations that leave you emotionally exhausted because you're waiting for the life you were promised. Little by little, your own future becomes dependent on someone who never intended to build it with you. The emotional cost can be enormous. People often describe feeling confused, anxious, disappointed, and emotionally drained. Some even struggle to trust future relationships because they fear every promise is another illusion. The good news is that awareness changes everything. Once you recognize the pattern, you stop judging people by what they say. You start evaluating consistency. You ask yourself simple but powerful questions. Do their actions match their promises? Have they demonstrated meaningful change? Do they take responsibility without making excuses? Are they building a future with me, or just talking about one? These questions can provide more clarity than any romantic promise ever could. Healthy love doesn't require endless waiting. Healthy partners don't repeatedly use tomorrow to avoid responsibility today. They communicate honestly. They make realistic commitments. When circumstances change, they explain why and work with you to find solutions. Trust grows because words and actions remain aligned. If you recognize yourself in this story, remember this. You are not weak because you believe someone's promises. Trust is not a flaw. Hope is not a weakness. The responsibility for manipulation lies with the person choosing to deceive, not with the person who expected honesty. Moving forward doesn't mean becoming cynical. It means becoming observant. Listen carefully to what people say, but watch even more carefully what they consistently do. The strongest relationships are not built on spectacular promises. They are built on everyday actions, respect, honesty, consistency, reliability. Those qualities may not sound dramatic, but they create something far more valuable than empty promises. They create trust, and trust is something that never needs to be constantly sold with words. If someone truly wants a future with you, they won't just describe it. They'll build it with you, one honest action at a time. So, before believing the next beautiful promise, pause and ask yourself one question. Am I falling in love with this person's reality? Or am I holding on to a future they've only painted with words? Sometimes the answer to that single question can change the course of your life.